I'm gonna go through a quick little full body head to toe stretching routine. So this is by no means an exhaustive routine. This is just one variation of many different stretching variations that I might go through when I'm trying to do a general full body stretching routine. I will tend to do this at least once a day, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, and really check in with my body as I go through this process. How are things feeling? If certain areas are a little bit more sore or stiff, or I don't have my normal full range of motion, I will spend more time with those areas. I'll spend less time with the areas where I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of bang for my buck in terms of how much time or how much soreness I'm alleviating there, or range of motion I'm improving. So I'll start head to toe here again, so kind of top to bottom. I'm gonna tilt my head to the left, stretching along the right side of my neck here, or if I'm doing this standing, I might even do a full body tilt, so I hit the entire side body. And then I'm gonna hold that for anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, something like 2 to 6 breaths, depending upon how deep and slow my breathing is, from one side to the other side. Then I'm going to go a backward lean. Sometimes I also like maybe thread the knee or thread my fingertips together and extend through the neck. So hitting the neck and entire front side of my body with that backward lean. And then a forward fold or forward lean. Trying to predominantly hinge from the hips, but I will relax through my back and stretch out along some of those spinal erector muscles. From there, moving down below the head and neck, I'm going on to my shoulders. So I'm going to go arm across the body, hitting the back side, my upper back and shoulders. That other arm. Hand behind the head, reaching my fingertips in between my shoulder blades. I can also try to bring the other hand up in between. You can also grab a towel, a band, or a PVC pipe to grab in between those hands, in between the shoulder blades. If you can't quite get your fingertips together, to gradually work the hands a little bit closer. So about 15 to 30 seconds one side, 15 to 30 seconds to the other side. Then finding a doorway, door frame, you can lay on the ground or you can use a wall. I'm going to hit my pec, front of my shoulder and bicep. So leaning into that door frame, doorway, or wall, I'm opening up my chest, shoulder, bicep on the front side of the shoulder. Moving on, neck, shoulders, gonna hit the thoracic spine, so that's from the base of the rib cage to the base of the neck. I'm gonna do some cat camel or cat cow, where I'm rounding through the back, taking a breath, and then I'm extending the belly and chest, rounding, extending. Also do a little bit of thoracic spinal rotation. getting below the middle of the back, I'm gonna go down more of the lumbar spine. So I'm gonna go into some upward dog and downward dog from yoga, which is also gonna be super beneficial just for the entire anterior and posterior chain of my body. So I'm getting a lot of bang for my buck and killing many birds with one stone here. Then moving into my hips. So I'm gonna get into a couch stretch. So you can use a wall, you can use a couch. I'm gonna put that back foot up against that wall. I'm squeezing my glute on this leg to push this hip forward, sitting up nice and tall, and I should feel a long stretch through these hip flexors in the front. So hitting the front side of my hip on this one. Then going to a modified pigeon pose next, I'm gonna hit more of the lateral aspects of my hip. So 1 foot forward here. My shin is going to be perpendicular to my torso, and then my thigh is basically running in parallel with my torso. You can definitely use a yoga block or pillow for elevation, and you're hinging forward from the hips. You get into a deep stretch into that piriformis, those glutes, and that lateral aspect of the hip. And then I'm going to try to get these adductors, inner thigh, more the inside of the hip. This is a frog pose. So I am sitting my feet out wide. I'm going to sit my hips back deep into that hip socket. I'll show you from the side as well. And sort of rocking in and out of that hip joint. I'm gonna hit the hamstrings from a couple different positions. So I like this pancake stretch, nice wide leg position. I'm gonna go down to the middle, the left leg to the right leg, 15 to 30 seconds in each position. Move on to the calves next. So a couple different ways to hit the calves. You can hit your calves with your knees bent, also with your knee extended, going to hit the gastroc with the legs straight, and hit the soleus a little bit more with the knees bent. So with the knees bent, you get into a deep lunge or groiner position, driving the knee out over the toe. So I'm pushing the knee forward, and I'm extending through that Achilles tendon and that soleus muscle along the calf. Or a straight leg variation. I'm going to lean into the wall. And then I'm keeping my knees straight as I push that heel down, trying to flex the quad and straighten the leg. I'm going to feel that one up much higher, closer to the knee. So the soleus one will probably feel a bit more down towards the Achilles. That gastroc, bigger one, you're going to feel up more toward the knee attachment there. So again, by no means an exhaustive list of stretches, but it should hit a little bit of everything from head to toe. Lots of different things that we can do, but if you're looking for a quick 5, 10, 15 minute routine, holding 15 to 30 seconds per position or per pose there, trying to focus on deep nasal belly breathing, slowing things down, calming things down, that should really hit most of your body and globally improve a lot of your flexibility, mobility, and range of motion, helping you to calm down from workouts, helping you to sleep a little bit better, and to prevent joint pain by restoring really good range of motion and mobility around those joints. Post any questions that you have into the comments on this. I'll be happy to explain any of these in more detail, go into some of the deeper points of performance, or give you some different options or variations for some of the ones that you might get bored with or that just don't seem to work for you. So let me know.